Okay, everybody, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of my current aquariums, some of my current projects, and some of the things I think I'm going to start working on. So one of the things I'm going to do is we're going to show off this 20 gallon long kind of planted aquarium, like shell dweller aquarium. So here you guys can look at some of these fish. Now I've had these guys for almost a year now, and I never got around to really making a video of this tank. So you're kind of just going to see it as this kind of older aquarium. These guys have been really hard at work. They've been breeding. So all these kind of semi-smaller ones, and that one there, those are all juveniles that are probably at least 8 months old at this point. There's one of my big males. But I want to do something different with this tank, or at least I want to upgrade it. And one of the things I have at the top are these purple harlequin rasboras, which are gorgeous fish. Let me pull the light up here in the front. You can really get a sense of their color. Like, these guys are gorgeous. The problem is they're basically stuck at the top of the water line. So these shell dweller cichlids, like the males in particular, are going to chase these guys up to the top of the water. So what I want to do is, especially since I think Petco's doing their $1 per gallon sales, I want to go and get a 29 gallon aquarium, which, near as I can tell, should be the same like square footage and footprint of this, like this 20 long, but it's just going to be like 6 inches taller. And I think that should make like for the best display for these rasboras, because I do have quite a few in here. It's not that they're doing bad, but I think they display better, and they do better with a little bit more height, so they have a bit more room where the big males and stuff aren't gonna like chase them around. There should be another big male over here, but he's probably just in a shell because he's a scaredy cat. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this tank. But I just want to show this to you, just so you kind of see it. It's a pretty simple aquarium: pool filtration, sand, escargot, snail shells, a couple of large stones, a bunch of moss balls. So this is all moss ball algae, which has kind of grown over a bunch of these shells and grown over this rock. All moss ball algae, along with some jungle val. We got a crenum. I think it's either an Natanz or calamstratum, but I don't remember which. One of those is a broadleaf and one is an narrowleaf. This is the narrowleaf one. And then I have a tiger lotus in the back. Now these plants in here, there's actually a bunch of cryptspiralis, like kind of regular green cryptspiralis, and another crypt. It's probably crypt Wendetii brown or red or something, I think. That's actually from a different aquarium, whose contents are currently in this bucket. So you can't actually see, but there are fish in here, as well as our photo cartridge, which I will show you in a second. So yeah, this is the 20 gallon long, which I want to upgrade to a 29. We have all sorts of different fry in here. I don't like moving these guys. It really does stress them out, especially with the fry. But I think long term it'll be the best out. There's the big flashy male. There he is, because there's the other big dude. There he is. He's a beast. He's absolutely gorgeous. These are Neolamprologus similis, so not the multifasciatus or the multis. You can see it a little better on this female. You can see the stripes kind of go past her gill plate. It's having a hard time focusing on her. There we go. So that's my one female who's given birth to all of these fry in here. So she's doing good. So yeah, I think I want to upgrade these guys to 29. Oh, there's also a Hillstream loach. The one Hillstream loach you can barely see him in the back. There we go. Yeah. So this tank's doing really good. Really, really easy to keep. Absolutely love it. It's really fun just to sit back and watch as these guys kind of scape the tank and move the sand around and interact together and interact with the other fish. And so I think just a slightly larger aquarium should just make for a much more interesting display. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can find. So here we can go over here. So this is the 55. Kind of, it's supposed to be high tech. I don't know if the CO2 is even working right now. I don't think. Yeah, one of the lights hasn't turned on yet. They're both on timers. Both are on different timers. That's why it's darker in here. But these tanks are all doing really good. All these fish are doing really well. Maybe I can get some more footage when the other light turns on. That we can actually see inside the aquarium. We added a whole bunch more of these dwarf emerald rasboras. The name just briefly escaped my mind, but there's probably like 20 in here. There's quite a few, but they mostly hide out in this driftwood, and occasionally it looks like we saw the one that came over here. Usually they don't go past like this little bit in the middle of this gap between the sword and this large driftwood piece. Normally they don't really go past it. Like they'll just hang out in this corner, and you'll see them circle this driftwood and this java fern, which looks amazing. There's a couple other kind of odd-end fish. So these are pseudomogil. That's one of the females with a bent spine who's still going. There's another one of the females. I think there's still a male in here somewhere. I'm not really here to take care of this aquarium very often. And we have these amazing rainbow goodeids. Yeah, it's pretty overgrown. All the plants look really good. I haven't had any problems with them not. The dwarf sage is finally taking off. It's taken its sweet time, but I've really been trimming down the sword, which I think's helped that way. Because this sword, if I just let it grow, will just fill up this entire third of the aquarium. So by trimming it back really consistently, I think it's starting to get more smaller, more compact leaves. So yeah, it's just kind of a waiting game, see what it does. There's a whole bunch of those rasboras right there. Oh, there's the focus. There we go. Kind of. There's a bunch of males. Beautiful fish. Absolutely love this fish. Oh, there, look at that. Look at all of them. There's probably 7 or 8 of them right in there. I can't get a good angle. It's so... They're just darting in and out of this driftwood and the plants in the back. Yeah, they're all doing really good. I absolutely love that fish. They look fantastic in here. I love these in big tanks. This is one of my new favorite fish for a 55 or probably a 40 breeder. These little rasboras. They're just so much fun to watch. There's another one, little dude in that java from back there. So, alright, so that's the 55. We'll just take you around a couple of the other aquariums. We have a 10-gallon Planet Aquarium and then a betta tank, which I've been rescaping, and I'll show you that. And that's where, so that bucket that I showed you. It's this bucket here. This is where, oh, here, see that white? That's just the betta right there, so all those fish are in there. Escape's almost done. I have to get the CO2 set up still for it, which isn't ideal, but I have to go get that because I think I'm going to do CO2. Anyway, I'll show it to you and then I'll explain when we start looking at it.